Hey everybody, welcome to Hump Day Slay at Diva Design Studio. I'm Asia, owner and Reef Slayer. Tonight we're doing something a little special. We're making some red bows. But before I do that, let me just pull you up over here so I can make sure I see you when you come in and stop by. We won't be here for too long. We're going to make a few bows, get on out the way, and most likely I will be. We're gonna make a few bows. I found myself. We're gonna make a few bows, get out the way. I have some other things I need to do. I'm still cleaning the studio. I'm getting things a little organized, and I'm also gonna be filling orders. All right. When you come in, say hello. Let us know where you are tuning in from. And we're going to get right to it. All right, so I don't know if any of you have seen this in your regular feed, but there is in the wreath community a post going around that talks about supporting our nation with red bows, with love, with prayer, with just general support with those who are on the front lines, who are essential workers. It could be anyone from those who are stocking. I have a guest in the studio who, oh, that's you. Hi, honey. Honey is here in the studio and now watching as well. I almost yelled at him for no reason. What was I saying? Oh, showing love, support for those frontline workers, be it someone who's stocking the shelves at the supermarket or Walmart or wherever you might shop, be it healthcare workers who are supporting patients in hospitals or any special entities, RNs, or any food service workers who are packing up the food for you to pick up at the curbside. These are the people who are on the front line who are at risk. I mean, to be honest about it, last week or the week before, I probably told you that I was an essential worker. However, because what I was doing isn't life-sustaining, I'm now not able to, or not required to be at work, so I'm working from home. So today we are making some red bows in support. We tie them around trees. You might tie it on your lamppost. I'm going to tie it on the utility pole outside of my house because there's a tree a couple paces over. However, that's not my tree, and I got to see how he feels about it, how my neighbor will feel about it. So that's what we're doing tonight. Honey is here as well. He's already started his bow. He said he doesn't want to be on camera, but you may hear his voice if you are watching along with us. And I'm going to do a little bit of instructing of how to make a bow using the Easy Bow Maker. Then I'll move into using a different bow maker as I'm kind of instructing Honey as we go along in the process. So let's get started. All right, so I have Easy Bow Maker. You have Easy Bow Maker. I have a 1.5 inch red ribbon with a little shimmer. You all know how I'm a little bit extra. And this is a bow maker that you can buy from Michael's. It's $14.99. You can get it with a coupon if you want to, 40 or 50% off. And they all generally have them in stock once we are coming back from this quarantine situation. All right, so I like to make long tails in general, but I'm not going to, I'm going to make a long tail because this is the one that I'm going to put on the pole outside of my house, on the utility pole. And so, honey, when we get to that part, which I will get there fairly quickly, I can show you how to tie yours off and why I told you to cut those. So I'm measuring my tail. There are measurements on this bow maker that they show from 8 inches to 8 inches on top, and on the bottom it shows from 12 inches to the center and then another 0 to 8 inches on the side, so I can make a tail as long as 18 inches. But I'm just going to do 8 to 8, which is going to be 16-inch tail. And this is the pretty side, the side that has all the beauty on it. And then when we have the ugly side, you see how it's not as shimmery. It might not necessarily be appropriate to call it ugly, depending on what you like. But you can see the ribbing of the or the dull side. That's a good point. Dull side, you can see the piping and where the wire goes for the ribbon. So, should I say, what's the opposite of dull? Bright. The bright side of the ribbon is right here. So I'm going to do 16 inches. Measure it right here. And what I'm going to do is twist so that facing me, facing up top, is the bright side. I'm putting this in between this holder. And now I'm going to get ready to make a loop. I'm going to make my loop 6 inches. I'm looking at this measurement on the top here. And if you're kind of a new user, you will hold your finger there to make sure that you are getting it in the right place. And then I'm going to get ready to come here and hold on to the side. And I'm going to twist it as I'm putting it in between these two holders, sliding it down. So I have my first loop, which is 6 inches. Bright side is up, not the ugly, not the pretty side versus ugly. You don't want me using that language? Doesn't matter. Okay, and now I have the dull side, which is the bottom part of the loop. I'm going out to 6, and I'm making a loop. I'm putting my finger here just to kind of hold it in place so it doesn't slide. I come back here to the middle. I'm going to twist it so that I'm always seeing the pretty side. I'm keeping my loop loopy. This loop is loopy. And now I have a full bow. I could stop here and have just a 2-loop bow. We see those all the time. But as I've told you before, if you've ever seen me before, I'm a little or maybe a lot extra. So I'm going to keep going. I think I'm going to give this, I'm going to give 6 loops like you had. I'm trying to be like honey. All right, so I'm going to bring this down back to 6, which I'm looking at the measurement right here, and or measuring against the loop that's already here to make sure I get the similar or the same size. That's all that really matters, if their loops are the same size. And when I go to the middle, I'm twisting it so that I can make for pretty side up or bright side up. This is the dull side, which is the bottom of the loop. I go out to 6 again, putting my finger down just to hold it in place. I come here in the middle. I'm going to twist again. This is how I'm making the loops. So I had to pull this one a little bit. So I have to twist again just to ensure I have them matching. So I'm going to pull this one up a little and this one down a little. Up a little, down a little. And I'm going to make another loop. This time though, I'm making it a little shorter. I'm going to make it just a little less than what I have here. I just want it slightly smaller. This is going to end up in the middle. Come here. Twist in the middle. A little shorter. Push that down. Have these in the middle. I'm going to come here, make these just a little shorter than the 2 loops that exist. Those are 6. So this is about 5 3/4, I would say. And I said I was only making a 6-loop bow, which is what I have now. I have 3 on my left side and 3 on my right side. And I'm now, instead of me twisting again, because I'm at the end, I'm going to bring it down and have the pretty side face me. And my little holder is coming apart. Hold on. Close your ears for a minute. I just opened this Easy Bow Maker today because Honey is using the other one. Alright, so now I have 6 loops, 16-inch tails. I'm going to cut it. Alright, this could be sufficient. I could be done. And I'm just about done. But what I am going to do, I want a couple extra tails. This is for the piece outside of my house. So I'm measuring 16. And then I'm going to do it again. Measure 16. And I'm going to cut it right there. So that's 32 inches. I'm going to add extra tails in. This is a little trick. Alright. So now, honey, this is where you are. You fold yours in half so they meet at the bottom. Alright. You got your pipe cleaner? I'm going to use a pipe cleaner in order to secure the bow. I am lifting it up, but I'm holding my fingers in the center so I don't lose my loops. Slipping my pipe cleaner, or chenille stem, is what many people also know it as, but more popular is pipe cleaner. Pull it up so that it's together, if it doesn't escape me. Pull it up. Don't tie it yet, honey. Swing this around to the back. But do you have your fingers holding it? Did you twist it off already? All right. Before you twist it off, hun, what you want to do is take your extra tail that you cut and just add it into the back. Look. I'm taking the tail and the part where it's in the middle. Why are you grabbing that with the scissors? No, don't cut it! He was about to cut it, y'all. Just take the part where it's in the middle and add it to the back of the bow. It's an addition. The back. Right here. Is that the back of your bow?
Yes.
Okay, add it to the back. And you have 2 of them. So you could use both of them if you want a lot of extra tails or not. And now I'm just going to twist this off. Twist it so that everything is there in place. And now I have the rest that I won't cut off because I need to attach this to something to wrap it around the tree, or the utility pole in my case. So now I have the original 2 bows. See this? I'm just going to fluff, which means move these into place, these bows into place. And I have a first bow. I can move it up some, move this down. And this red bow, hold on, let me look at it. Thank you, Sarita. Hello, thanks for joining. All right. And I can straighten these out, which I probably might do, and I probably will play with it, but I'm a curler, so I'll probably curl the bottom. And this is our first bow. Honey, okay, I see your bow. You want me to show your bow? Look at him let me see it. This is so cute. Look at his bow, y'all. Look at his bow.
Yours look amazing.
Mine looks amazing. I mean, but you know, you're a novice, but you are actually doing pretty good, actually, as far as I'm concerned. I had to show you a couple things when we get off live, but this is good. And you're and look, y'all. He really tried. And it's good. This is ready to hang. You got to figure out where you want to put this. Where do you want to put your bow? This is, we're saying utility pole. Oh, you okay? You can hang it in your neighborhood. All right, here you go. Perfect. All right, so that's 1 bow. We have 6 red pipe cleaners. No, 4 more. All right, so I'm going to switch to a thicker ribbon. Let's see, something still shiny. This is a 2.5 inch.
Okay, now I'm just watching.
Oh, you're just watching now? All right. What? Okay. All right. So this one I'm going to do short, and then I'll do more loop. I'm going to do 8 inches. twist. I'm going to do 5 inch loops. If you're just coming in, hashtag replay. We are making red bows to show support for our essential workers who are on the front lines, keeping our world rolling. By being in the supermarkets or at Chipotle, preparing the curbside pickup so that we can keep eating and have some sense of, I guess, normalcy, even though in a time like this, that's the last thing that this is. But we need the folks to stock the shelves because y'all didn't put out more than one video of how empty the shelves have been. Twisting. View up. 5 inches. Twisting. Twisting. This one is confusing. It's just about the same on both sides, but the wiring is different. 5 inches. I'm just matching them up at this point. I'm not even really measuring. Five inches. I'm twisting. Okay. And I'm going to make another one. This is running out. I guess this was only 9 feet. Okay. Here. 5 inches. And then gonna do it right here because that's all the ribbon I have. All right. So that's fine. I'm going to pull this up some. Pipe cleaner goes under the whole bow. Pull up. Swing this pipe cleaner around to the back. And I am pulling this up right here. And I'm twisting the bow. And now I'm just going to fluff it out. And this is probably similar to a bow you've seen before, because it looks like the ones that go on top of gifts. And as I've taught in the past about dovetailing, it just means that you fold the ribbon over, and from the folded edge you're going to cut downward. Yeah, this one is fuller because I went shorter and it's a wider ribbon, so that automatically makes it fuller. So some bows are, kind of airy, whimsical-ish, depending on the color, and some are fuller. Yep, that's exactly right, Sarita, because it's shorter. It's wider. While we're here, let's just talk about some of the people in the room. Sarita and I went to high school together, and Sarita is a phenomenal artist who paints beautiful paintings. I don't know, Sarita, do you still paint homes? She painted my living room and dining room and front room and did an immaculate job. And anybody who ever comes into my house is like, well, who painted for you? And I'm like, Sarita did it. Phenomenal job. Hey, Luke. And then Tiffany is here. She's my soror. And she makes beautiful customized items as well. So if either of you want to, you can share where people might be able to find you can find you on social media should they want to check out your artwork, your customized items. And then Luke, hi Hi, Luke, who's a pain in my butt. We've been friends so long. I don't know, 10 years now, maybe. Luke is a phenomenal photographer. All the creatives showed up tonight, and makes beautiful photography and does like amazing things, even with iPhone. So if you've seen me on my personal page and I'm looking for photography advice, I asked Luke, who's now shaking his head, and I don't know why. Thank you, honey. I guess I do make them with ease. I've been making them for quite some time, so there's that. How many pipe cleaners do I have left? I'm gonna make one more, and I'm gonna use a different tool, a different bow maker, Bowdabra. A lot of people have problems with the Bowdabra, just because, I don't know, it's not as, I don't know, I'm not really sure what I would call it. It's not as friendly, I guess you could say, but it's supposed to be. It was meant to be pretty friendly, but people have problems. All right, so Bowdabra, it's going to be the same concept as the Easy Bow Maker. I'm going to twist from the beginning. Pretty side, not pretty side. This has all red. This side has kind of a metallic shimmer. It's the underside of the metallic on the red. I'm twisting right as I put it into the Easy Maker. Thank you for that shout out. You're welcome, Luke. Anything I can do. So, Sarita, let's see if we can make a thinner yet thicker bow. So this one doesn't have any measurements on it, so I have to do that manually. I'm at 17 where the bow is coming out, going to back to 10. So that's a 7-inch bow, 7-inch loop. All right, stay where you're supposed to be. So we're going to just have to make a lot of loops to make this full. All right, so I twisted it the same way I did before. Then I'm at 17. I gotta go to 24 to make it 7 inches. Somebody check my math if I'm not right. 17 to 24 is 7 inches, right? Right, Sarita, who's the teacher? Or Tiffany, who's a counselor? Or Luke, you count that money. you know how to make it right, right? Oh no. Alright, okay, my math is right. Get me together, y'all, if I'm not right. My hands are not ashy today, because y'all know how y'all don't ever help me out with that part. So I had to make sure I was good before I came on here, since I know y'all not going to tell me if I'm ashy. Okay, and now I'm just measuring against the loop that's there, and I'm twisting, because I want my pretty side facing me when I make this loop. I don't like this ribbon. Where did I get this ribbon from? It's coming apart. Okay, I'm going to twist again. Ooh, you see it falling apart? Well, we won't keep rocking with it for right now. This is a good little, I thought it was a good practice place, but maybe not. Twist. So Rita, we can make these forever, because I'm not using this ribbon for anything else. This is going to end up looking interesting. Twist. Twist. Pretty side up. What I should do is start getting a little smaller, but I'm going to make it the same. I'm going to keep going. I'm a maniac with these loops. Alright. Twist. I'm just twisting. The same thing I do with the Easy Bow Maker, but this is the Bowdabra. Also sold in Michael's. Also more expensive than the Easy Bow Maker. Easy Bow Maker is the popular one among wreath makers. And probably easier to use, but it's the same concept. Twist. Okay. Sarita, do we have enough loops, you think? More loops or no? Is it better to work with the wire ribbon? Yes. I always work with wire ribbon when I'm making bows. Just because you can move them around. If you are, for example, storing a wreath out of season and then you want to fluff your bows, which is kind of sometimes what makes the bow, or if you're figuring out you want to have a wire ribbon so it will hold its shape, or you can bring it back into its shape. Alright, so I'm calling it in terms of these ribbons, this ribbon. And I'm going to do the same thing where I'm going to make these long tresses of ribbon. This ribbon is trash. It started coming apart.
I think that's why I was having such a hard time.
That's why you were having such a hard time. I know it.
Because, you know, I'm a star pupil.
Because you are my star pupil. I admit it. Honey has made a wreath before. Yes, he has. A Black History one, which we never quite finished. But it was popping. Oh. Alright. So, what am I doing? I'm cutting these. Because I want to make a bunch of tails. So I'm cutting them in all of their meeting points. I think this gives me several tails. Am I missing any? Okay, one more. If you're just coming in, we're making red bows in support of our people, our essential workers, to show love, support, and prayer for our nation. I mean, people say it's for the nation and the state that we're in, but my perspective is that I want to show support for all the essential workers, and thank you for being out on those front lines for us. So we got a bigger bow, and Sarita's going to be fuller bow. Before I do that, let me add my tails. Huh?
Trash.
It's not for trash.
No, I didn't say it was for trash.
Oh.
Because compared to yours, mine look like trash.
Well, I mean, you're a novice. However, my star pupil. And you get an A for effort. And you get not only an A for effort, you get A for effort, you get an A for starting early and practicing your craft and your skill. You get an A for asking questions, because sometimes people don't do that. I mean, you're basically an A student.
It's the first time I've ever had that. It's the first time.
It's the first time you ever been an A student?
A student. In life.
In life. Okay. Well, you just needed the right teacher.
I was more a B and C student.
Alright, and now I am pulling it tightly. We have all these tails. All of these tails. And I am turning around what looks like a Medusa of ribbon. Alright. So I'm going to pull the tails down. They're all kind of in the back, and I'm pulling them down. And so when you see this posted, if you happen to see it anywhere in community, you know what this is for. Alright, and so now we're pulling down these tails. Hey, Leanne! Leanne, you just missed us using the Bowdabra to make this bow. We just made this bow. And I'm just pulling this down and around. My ribbon was acting up a little bit. Thank you. I'm twisting. Leanne, I'm going to show you the bow that Honey made. So these are all the tails. right here. And what I want to do, I'm just going to lay it down right here. And I'm going to start to curl them. You saw the tail end? Okay. I'm going to curl these up. I'm going to curl these. And this actually is how I made my tree topper. I made a bow similar. I didn't use the Bowdabra. I used Easy Bow Maker. But I made a tree topper. Thanks, Luke. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So if anybody's ever like buying someone a car, I mean, I like a Camry 2019. I would like the XSE version that is white and has red interior. Hint, hint. With phone charging capabilities. I would be happy to make the bow for you to put onto my car or anybody else's car. I'm just curling tails. These are all tails, and I added in the extra ones in the back. I like this metallic. It's pretty. Is that your bow? That's your bow? It looks good. I see what you're doing. Do you want to curl your ribbon tails, or you going to just let them hang like that?
I got to do more to it, don't I? Saying it is.
That can be it. We just got to add longer pipe cleaners to tie around whatever we're going to tie it around. Car bows are fun, aren't they? Especially when you're the one getting the car. Because I can make them bigger. I made a 20-inch. It was 20 inches across, 10-inch loops of a car, tree topper for Christmas. It's still hanging up. I didn't do anything with it because it wasn't the right colors for my tree. So if there's anyone who hits the lottery, any players who hit the lottery, I'm just putting it out there, have not because you ask not, who hit the lottery and want to do a thing for a small business owner like me.
You mean #1 bow slayer?
Yeah, the bow slayer, the reef slayer. Hook a sister up. I won't say no. I might even let you pay me on your taxes.
She's
here.
She's stalking her boo again.
Pepperoni is here. How'd you know, Rita? Did you hear her or see her? Ooh. Okay, come on, Bo. You better come through, Red Bo. So now this is what we have. All of these. Maybe this is the one I might have to hang on my door or on my what do you call it? Banister. Oh, you saw her walk by? Sheesh. So we know who would make a good investigator, private eye. Because I didn't see her or feel her or anything.
She came right to me.
But how did Sarita see her walk by? I don't know.
Probably behind you.
Oh, behind me. So here's our bow, the big one. I love this one too. It wasn't cooperating, but you gotta make it work, and I know you know all about that. Okay, artist? So this one looks fuller, right? That's because we made a lot of loops. Even though it's kind of see-through, it's sheer, and I love the metallic, and I like that it's plaid. Let me see. No, mine just has more loops. But look, listen, come on, you are in the family with this bow. You better come on. Come on, honey. You did good. Right? All right, so we have 4 bows so far. Leanne, are you still here? Oh, she walked into my chair. Leanne, are you still here? And do you need me to... You did the Bowdabra just fine today. Do you need me to go over Bowdabra one more time? We have 4 bows. Is there anyone here who wants a bow? Who wants to support our nation by showing love? I can give you one of my bows. Or make you a bow. I think we have enough. Oh, okay. Leanne, do you tell me if you want me to Bowdabra one more again? And actually, I'll use this little bit left, and I'll make a 3 ribbon. Let me do it. Yeah, let me do it one more time. One last time for the rose. And then I'm getting off of here so I can do these other things I need to do. Okay. All right, I got 40 minutes. 40 minutes. It'll be 40 minutes and 4 minutes. So let's do this quickly. I'm measuring out a tail. Actually, let me see if I can do a short one. I'm not going to say I suck. I struggle sometimes with doing the short ones because I just like doing the long ones so much. Starting with a burlappy ribbon. Twist. When I put it down in here, here's my tail. No measurement, Leanne, so I just take it to the measurement on my mat. This is at 20, going out to 15. And the same thing we do with, for example, Easy Bow Maker, and you do by hand. That's your specialty. I'm coming in the middle and I'm twisting at 15. My loop is at 15. My math is good on this one. I'm going out to 25 to make another 5-inch loop. I'm twisting while it's down here into the Bowdabra holder. That's the whole purpose, so it can hold. Coming back out to 15, bringing down the middle. I'm twisting. Ooh. And I'm going to use this last loop to measure. Alright, and then I'm just pushing it down as my bow making moves over. This is another thing that people don't care for about this particular tool. But making it work.
Well, it slides a lot.
Yeah, it's sliding. Alright, so that's one. Now I'm going to just move these, straighten these out so that we can see all 4.
Double-sided tape.
Yeah, double-sided tape if you wanted to stay there. Alright, I'm going to go with this cute one I only have a little bit left of. I am going to make hardly any tails. I want my loops. Pretty side down. Let me just take this off the roll. Hey Georgie, how you doing, girl? Over here making these red bows in support of our essential workers. And I'm going to go just a little shorter, about 4.5, because I don't have a lot of ribbon. That's really the reason. 4.5. My first loops were 5. And I'm just coming down, pressing down. I'm using the Bowdabra that people love to hate. Here we go. Alright, so we have 2 ribbons in the Bowdabra. Oh, I'm such a napper, Georgie. Such a napper. I didn't get a nap today. I was making my special, I don't want to call it a specialty. I have a 3rd ribbon now. My special little meal that I like, especially because it's no carbs, but very tasty. And someone who's sitting in the room across from me requested it. This is sheer, so I'm just putting this on the top. And I'm going to make it also 4 because I have more of it. I'm twisting. So pretty side is down. And I'm going to make this loop the same as the last one. And I'm going to make it 4 loops. So they're about 4.5, 4 3/4 inches. And I'm rushing because 40 minutes. Twist. However, Leanne, I mean, if you're laughing at the fact that it's someone who's sitting in the room, Junior Bow Slayer, requested that particular meal. It's an easy meal to make. Had the groceries. The refrigerator is, I gotta tell y'all, overstocked. It's a little overstuffed. It's hard to find stuff. And I'm trying to get away from these carbs. and especially being in the house all day long. So it was kind of a welcome request. And Leanne, I think you know this, but Honey does cook. Honey makes a mean steak with these mushrooms. I bought mushrooms. Did I tell you I bought mushrooms for you? I bought 3 packs because he does something with these mushrooms and onions, and it's like the best thing ever. So, okay, red bowls. Okay, so there's something floating around, and I can post it in a group later. But there was something floating around. A woman in Houston posted about making red bowls that she tied to her tree in support of our nation, to let them know that we love them, we support them, we're praying for them, for the essential workers who are on the front line. Honey is one of them. He works in healthcare. Yeah, those folks at Walmart stocking those shelves, the folks who are delivering your pizzas to the curbside or at Chipotle, that's who we're making the bowls for. So you tie it on a tree. You might tie it on like a lamp post if you have one outside the house. I live in Philadelphia, and there's trees in my blocks, but I'm going to tie one on a utility pole, first of all, because that's what's in front of my house. But I'm also thinking I'm going to tie one onto my banister. And so you have to spread the word. You got to spread the word, because people are not going to know.
Tie one to the grill of the car.
Huh? Tie one to the grill of the car? Really? That's what you want to do?
Say your
Should
car,
we? My car? Okay, well, my car's not going anywhere. We're on stay at home. We're measuring the stay at home. Not measuring. Why did I say measuring the stay at home? We are on a stay at home order from the city. So I pulled it up just like I would the Easy Bowl Maker. I'm putting my pipe cleaner. All right, thank you, honey. When are you making steak? And he makes good Caribbean dishes. Honey, when are you making dinner? Next. Alright, so now I'm just fluffing my bow like we normally do. We have 4 of the initial ribbon. I have 2 of the second ribbon. Might be a little bit off. And then I have 4 of this sheer ribbon. And this one has tails that kind of go all over. So I'm going to dovetail these. And we dovetail by folding it in half and cutting down from the fold. Leanne, do you recognize these scissors? Okay.
Luke Stalker, come on.
Stalkiana, also known as Pepperoni the cat. Pepperoni loves Honey because Honey gives her attention. But mozzarella. Oh, all right, Georgie, perfect. One in the building. That will be great. All right, here we go. So I have tails going every which way. I have loops all over, and we made a second bow, a 3 ribbon bow with the Bowdabra. This is what we got. So all in all, Georgie, I don't know if you saw this one. This is our favorite. This is the crowd pleaser, the big one with the curl ribbon tails. You know I'm a curler. We made that also on the Easy Bow. On the Bowdabra. We made this light and airy 1 ribbon bow on Easy Bow Maker. We just made this on the Bowdabra. Where did I make this? On the Bowdabra? I made this one on the Bowdabra, but it's full and it's 2.5 inches. And Honey made the first bow of the night, which is this one right here. And I personally think he did phenomenal. But I think it's because of me, the teacher. All right, everybody. It's 8:45. I've taken up 45 minutes of your night, but I appreciate you joining me, learning with me, or just stopping by and support. So important that you stop by, that you show up for small businesses. And everyone in here is a business owner. Georgie and Leanne, and then Luke was here with his photography. Tiffany was here with her customized items. Kalila or Sarita was here with her. She paints, and she's an artist and makes phenomenal paintings. So it's really important now more than ever that we support each other. And Honey is a junior. Look what I did to you, Bo. I made it great. Make red bows great. A junior bow slayer on the rise. So thank you and good night.
And we make